Hi there, I'm Malcolm Cesar, your host of the Super Affiliate BizLeads Automation Summit, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to legendary digital marketing and marketing automation expert Lindsey Weissert, who is the founder of Smartify My Biz. She's a digital strategist devoted to transforming and streamlining businesses using marketing and sales automation. Her goal, more profit for your pocket in a business that runs like a well-oiled machine. So Lindsey, you've had this incredible career really helping numerous businesses streamline by migrating to Entreport to help business owners with their business needs. So can you tell me a little bit about how you got where you are today and what ignited your entrepreneurial spirit?
Yeah, well, basically, really what happened was I started organizing people's businesses online. So I started in 2008 when digital marketing was kind of just starting to become a thing. And I was working with some business coaches who were doing some older marketing strategies. And we knew that online marketing was quite a thing. So we started searching for different software. And back then, there really wasn't much around. It was really just email communication, understanding WordPress, learning about how WordPress works. So that was kind of my first start into it. And then after started researching more and more technologies, I found Entreport, and that's how I kind of jumped into really learning how technology works, especially running the marketing and sales behind a business. And I just decided to partner with different software and help bring that to the market with especially my niche, who I work with, which is business coaches.
Okay, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
so marketing automation, everybody sort of has their own, I would say, definition in regards to what marketing automation is.
Yeah.
For the section of our audience who doesn't quite know what that is, could you explain what it is? What exactly is marketing automation to you?
Yeah, well, look, it's really just about using a software to plan and coordinate and measure your marketing campaigns. So it just takes repetitive tasks like email, social media, ad campaigns, and you're utilizing this technology to create a personalized experience for customers. So it's therefore helping leverage yourself using marketing automation and then creating this personalized experience for your customers.
Okay, awesome. And, so we all don't go from beginner to expert in marketing automation in one day.
Yeah.
We start, we fail, we go through the process of discovery to really figure out how to be the best that we can be. And, that's the process, whether we like to acknowledge it or not. And, with that being said, what did you do to go from where you were at with Smartify My Biz in the beginning to being an expert in marketing automation and streamlining businesses? What were the steps that you took?
Oh, well, basically it was a lot of digging in and learning. Like my steps really were, first, I had a need. There was a need out there for my certain clients, and because I have organization skills, that's like my strong point is organizing people offline and online.
Okay.
And I saw this need, and so my steps were really like I just had to get in there and learn. Like I signed up for so many courses. I started testing. First, I started on Adobe Dreamweaver.
Okay.
Then I started, like this is way back, and then I started learning about Adobe Business Catalyst, just different sort of kind of ancient software now, but having to learn a lot of HTML coding. I never dreamed that I would be learning coding or learning how to use webhooks and APIs, which is a very advanced thing for some newbies out there. But it's just a necessary need. So for me, it's been about learning myself, learning how to, because I work with a lot of business coaches, I'm able to learn from them how I streamline and scale myself. So I just created repeatable systems and processes around what I do. And then I started hiring a team. I started out with hiring a VA. So I use VAs in the Philippines, and they're excellent, like really, really great way to leverage my time along with leveraging software that I use. And that enables me to give my clients like my expertise. I get in there and I build complex things for them when they're asking for complex solutions, because some certain software need more than just like a plug and play thing. But then I have a team that I've used to streamline and scale so that we can take on more people and give them like an end product of having a software implemented for them.
Okay, awesome. When it comes to selling online, all of us, we have to start off with the product. Some beginners are really unfamiliar with what product to start with in regards to getting new leads to sell products to. And with this in mind, what's a good example of a lead magnet to you?
Okay, so a lead magnet, I believe, a very simple, should be just a short and simple document that answers a need and gives you actionable steps. Like, I'm really big on actionable steps. So a lead magnet really is just something that's a free piece of content or some sort of free advice that you can give. I mean, we're all experts at some sort of area of our life, and
That's right.
there's always somebody that has some sort of need out there.
Right.
So start with a 5-step action plan of whatever it is that you're trying to help somebody accomplish. So I like checklists. I like lists of useful tools. I love cheat sheets. An example could be like a cheat sheet for writing blog posts that go viral. If you know how to write a blog post that goes viral, you create a cheat sheet of 5 steps that you do when you're creating your blog post, which is checking headlines and doing some SEO things. Some other cheat sheets off the top of my head, like 12 ways to convert abandoning visitors into subscribers, or 7 steps to create an online course. So just these like small bite-sized pieces that they're not telling you how you do it, but they give you like the big picture. So that's what I would think is a good kind of lead magnet. Okay,
great. Yeah, I know for me personally, I have an ebook. I used an ebook before as a lead magnet to get new email subscribers, and that was really, really awesome. So in regards to getting sales, you have to really have a fluid system in place. I found out you have to have a fluid system in place in order to turn those leads that we've acquired with the lead magnet into customers. And as marketers, there has to be a funnel in place in order to be able to map out and execute the customer journey. So what funnel do you use to help businesses out? How do you decide which package is right for each customer?
Yeah, wow, there's lots of them. Like there's a lot of funnels, and we can all get lost in like the sort of funnels that we should be doing. But a typical funnel, since I work with business coaches, I'll kind of take you down of some funnels that we build for them. So a typical funnel we build for clients would be like, so you start with your lead magnet, you're attracting people. So there's stages that you can go through. You've got attract stage, then you're trying to convert them, then you're trying to fulfill whatever you've converted them on. So they purchased, you want to fulfill. Delivery, so making sure that you're actually delivering whatever your service is in a really good way, and then keeping them, and then having them refer onto people. So those are kind of the stages you pull people through. So you could do a lead magnet funnel delivery, which would be you're attracting people into your business. Then from there, you could ask them to book a call with you, so you could get them on the phone, and then you start your sales process. So you've gone from attracting somebody, getting them to convert and call you. Then from there, you have your whole sales process. There's so many videos on sales, and that's like a whole nother topic. But from there, you book them into a call. From there, you sell them onto your service. So that's purchasing a product, and then you onboard the person. So there's lots of different funnels you can create around onboarding somebody on the tech side. So that way you can click a button, purchase, and then it kicks off a whole series of things, and you don't have to think too much about how to onboard them. And then give them access to, say, a membership site. So now you're fulfilling your service by a membership site. And then from there, there's other funnels you could do, like referrals, partner programs, affiliate programs, word of mouth. So those are like a typical set of funnels. Like that's like from a tech perspective, that's a lot. There's a lot of pieces you put into that, but that's a kind of funnel we drive a lot of clients through.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. And, I know for myself and also for a lot of people, and I'm sure yourself too, when you first start a business, often you're wearing all the hats, It's almost like you've got a sports team and you're playing offense, defense, you're the coach, and like you're trying to do everything. And I think for a lot of people, obviously, that can be really overwhelming. And it's also not scalable either. And often we start a business so we can create that freedom for ourselves. And, you cannot do that unless you know how to streamline and automate and implement some of these funnels and have some of these lead magnets to really streamline our business and make it more efficient for ourselves. And unless you do what you're doing at Smartify My Biz, is about a lot of people will still remain a slave to their business if they're not implementing those kind of strategies. So do you mind just maybe sharing a little bit about that kind of process that someone goes through? At what point should they start to really think about automating and removing themselves from a lot of the operations of their business?
Yes, that's a great question. So first you have to have a system in place, and you need to test that system. I mean, a lot of people think we can go from, I have something and I'm just going to automate everything in my business. Honestly, it doesn't work like that. I mean, people are worried that technology is going to take over us humans. No, it's us humans learning how to work with technology, but it's not going to take over our part in the business. It never will. Like, there's always some piece of human connection that needs to be there. So in terms of like, when can I automate? I would recommend you take a very simple process that you already have. So I like to start with onboarding processes. Typically, if you have a sale, you have some way that you're kind of communicating with your client of what they're getting from your product. So, and you maybe have a VA or something that's helping you. So even if you have like one set of like 5 steps, you can take little pieces of that and see, can I automate that? All right, when I onboard somebody, I'm emailing them 3 emails that say, this is what we do, this is how we communicate, and here's some resources, and then let's set up a time. You can automate those sort of pieces of content quite easily, and especially if that's a system that you know works from an onboarding perspective, start there. Start small. Other things to onboard or to automate, like when it comes to sales, that's another easy thing. Sending out, customers do not mind receiving automated emails for invoices or reminders for payments, those sort of things. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be chasing your people down. You can have automated systems to do that. Certain things that I don't think people should necessarily automate are, what are some good examples? Basically, don't automate something that you don't know if it even works in your own business. Like, don't try to over-engineer and overcomplicate and think like, okay, I can go ahead and automate seven parts of my business without even knowing if it really works. Because you'll over-engineer it. Nobody will use it. You'll have a bunch of tasks going to your people to do something, and they'll ignore it. I mean, we must remember, we'll ignore a lot of notifications and things that come to us if it's not like driving certain aspects of our business.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about automation and onboarding and sales. And what is one major tool that you think every single entrepreneur needs to have, whether they're a small or mid-sized business, to be able to do all these things that you're talking about?
Yeah. So from a broad perspective, like from an automation perspective, you need like an accounting automation software, and then you need a marketing automation software. So here at Smartify My Biz, and what we specialize in is we use a software called Ontraport. And Ontraport is an all-in-one solution. It's they do marketing, sales, operations. So you can run your sales through it. You can run your marketing software. You can email people. You can have tasks go out. You can run affiliate programs through it. So that's a software that we use and I love. There's a few other software out there. One's called Infusionsoft, but it's quite expensive, and I heard it's very complicated. I don't know much about it, so I don't really promote it. And there's another one out there called ClickFunnels. So I think those are the 3 big players when it comes to finding a software that you can use in your business to automate certain processes. Some other ones, if you're a coach and you have an online membership, I know there's Kajabi and Teachable. So there's some online delivery courses out there as well. But the reason why I've chosen something like Ontraport is because it does all of that. And I don't like having 15 tools, and I don't like having all my clients to have 15 tools. So Ontraport you do membership sites, affiliate programs, you run your sales, you run your email marketing. Everything is great, and you have the entire customer journey in one tool, which is the most important, because setting up the tech and automating things is one thing, but you want to utilize this technology so you can understand the actual customer journey and what people are doing when they're going through the journey with you. So having one software is great. And if you're wondering like what the Ontraport is that software we use, there's a link that I set up, smartifymy.biz/op, and then you can learn all about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So having that all-in-one software is super key to being able to streamline your business, having, that one place where you can go to and have all your tasks handled is amazing. And it alleviates a lot of the stress and the, going from one place to the next place. Everything is all in one platform.
Exactly.
So you work with a lot of businesses. You've helped numerous people streamline. Is there any industry that you found is really gravitated towards this service? What's a common request or task that comes up the most?
Yeah, the businesses that are really gravitated toward these sort of services, business coaching, like coaching is definitely on the rise. And especially now with everything that's happening with coronavirus, lots of businesses are moving online and they're starting to realize that this is kind of a necessary need, that if I'm going to have remote workers, we need to have some centralized communication hub where we can manage all of this. So business coaches is a very large part of the market that I see. But I work with doctors, I work with PR agencies, I work with ad agencies. You name it, you can really try to get, you could be using these softwares, and I actually think majority of people should be using these sort of software. Even telehealth and telemedicine, people need something to be able to communicate with customers, visualize who's purchasing what, and be able to fulfill whatever they've purchased. So, yeah.
So let's talk about statistics. When it comes to getting leads or promoting to make a sale, conversion rates are a big number we as marketers focus on. I know as an affiliate myself, this number is super crucial, and we're always trying to really tinker around and get higher conversions. With that being said, what are the conversion rates using automation versus not using automation?
Oh, what are the conversion rates? Well, I mean, I think conversion rates always depend on the business. So you'd have to see what are you converting at originally. But I would say that from people, when you're able to leverage yourself in scale and you're able to take a product sale online, your conversion rates are going to be higher. Because think about it, if you've got a system in place where you've created a checkout page and you say you're a business coach and your sales process is I talk to somebody and then I book them right in on the spot. Imagine if you've taken out the step of having to write their credit card down or get them to pay you via bank. If you've created that step where you're able to take a credit card right online, you're going to increase your conversion rates immediately. You could go from, if you have 10%, you want to aim for, 20% conversion would be great, but I don't know. You want to aim for, I'm not sure actually the exact number because it varies for many different industries, but I just know from using automation software that I do see that people's conversion rates do go up.
Yeah, definitely. I've especially with me using automation tools, my conversion rate has gone up tremendously. Email marketing and email automation, being able to really split test and see if other people are opening my emails versus the people who are not. I can be able to scrape those people that are not opening, and doing that, it allows my conversion rates to go up because I'm just focusing on the people who are just opening my emails. So
yes, that's right.
And I can make more sales off of that. So
yes,
in the viewpoint of sales, right, all the things we do as business owners is ultimately because, we want to make sales. So whether that's list segmentation, tagging your subscribers, so when they get on the phone with you, they can have a more targeted conversation. So what are your thoughts on CRM platforms as part of creating that business system? Is it valuable? Do you find this helps with business owners' needs?
Oh yeah, definitely. You need a CRM system. You need a place to have all of your contacts in one place and be able to manage them in one place. I think every single person needs to have, don't just use your email or your Google contacts as your CRM. Get a proper CRM, one that allows you to email, one that allows you to take sales, one that allows you to have a membership site or do whatever it is. I think it's crucial.
Yeah. So I see these two kinds of common things that hold people back from streamlining and automating. And one of them is money. And I think a lot of people have this misconception that automating is going to cost a lot of money. So for the people, who just started or who are just getting into the marketing automation, do you want to maybe address the money component that a lot of people feel like hold them back from making that decision to automate their business?
Yeah. Really, in the scheme of things, I know it sounds scary to say, okay, I'm going to have to spend X amount of dollars on a software to run my business. But there are so many software out there that are aimed towards small to medium-sized businesses. Like why I like Entreport is because they start at a $79 a month package for emailing. And then you go, I think their pro package is $297 a month. Now, that can seem expensive, but when you think about that, that actually can be like your own VA. Like imagine what it would be to cost and hire somebody to do all of those processes for you on like that. You don't have to pay a salary to somebody, but you could hire contractors or you could hire somebody in the Philippines to help you run a software. So you really, in anything, I think that actually helps you reduce your cost.
Right.
Because you're streamlining, you're putting things in a very streamlined and structured way, and you can get these all-in-one softwares, so you're not spending thousands on multiple different software.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the same for me too with my platform. I have everything I need there, so it saves me tons of money a month. I don't have to go from one platform to another. Everything is just all in one place. Saves a ton of money. So staying on the topic of whether something is expensive, when you help entrepreneurs and you help them put business systems in place, do you find that you have to do that educational piece as far as telling them, hey, this system or this platform, it might be a little bit more expensive, but it's going to help you grow in the long term versus them wanting to just choose the cheapest option? That's something that comes up in the conversation.
Yes, all the time. I mean, with any brand, like you think about clothing you buy something that's a little bit more expensive, but you only have to buy it once and it lasts for a much longer time, and it's going to give you more joy from it, right? Rather than buying these $1, $2, $5 tops, which are going to get a hole in them in, 5 days. You need to think about what's going to help you for the long term. We're all in business for the long term. There's no magic shiny bullet that's going to say, hey, like you're going to make millions of dollars overnight. Like, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that.
Right.
So invest in tools that are going to be able to be with you and grow with you for the long term. Know that this company is going to be there for a while. Because imagine if you start with something really small, it's a startup, and then you've invested all this time with them, and then something happens and they discontinue the service. You're out of luck.
That's right.
Right? So you have to think about those sort of things as well. You want to find reliable software that's going to be with you. It's not always about the cheapest.
Yeah, definitely. And so Lindsey, as we start to wrap up this session here, I would love for you to give something of value to leave with our audience. What is something that they need to be thinking about when they're getting into streamlining their businesses?
Well, I would say if you're just starting to think about streamlining your business, the very first place to start is literally write down maybe 5 processes that you have and start to think about the steps. Like just do a little checklist, little bite-sized pieces of what are the things that I do, and let that simmer for a little bit. Don't just go start looking for software and trying to buy something and thinking you'll get overwhelmed. Like you really will. So start small. Think about what you're doing right now, what could be repeatable. Then you can start to think about like, okay, well, if it's 5 different steps, all right, let me build like a small funnel around that. And then you implement it and you test it, and then you move on to the next. Don't try 10 things at once. It doesn't work. I've tried it. I know from experience.
Definitely. Start small and then go from there.
Yes.
Great. So excellent. Yeah. Well, I'm absolutely loving this, Lindsey, and I know a lot of our audience is sitting there thinking, Malcolm, I need a lot more of Lindsey in my life. How can I get in touch with her? Where can I follow her at? Where is she hanging out at? So why don't you let everyone know how they can get in touch with you and where you're hanging out at?
Yeah, definitely. So you guys can jump over to my website. My website is smartifymy.biz, B-I-Z. And maybe you can put a link to it or something. And then I have a Facebook page you guys can go and check out, where you can email me and contact me. But really, and I'm over in the Entreport community as well. So if you guys are interested in learning about what Entreport is, because that's the software that we use, again, you can go to that link, smartifymy.biz/OP. And it's a fabulous software. I worked with them for 6 years, and they're definitely in it for the long term.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll link to all of that all this on the summit page below the interview so you guys can get access to Lindsey. So Lindsey, thank you so much for this information. It's been a blast.
Yes.
And I want to
thank you.
Yeah, and I want to thank all of you for tuning into the Super Affiliate BizLeads Automation Summit, for stepping up your game to become super affiliate and make an impact in the world, which is the purpose of this summit. I'm your host, Malcolm Cesar. Be sure to grab your all access pass before the opportunity expires, and I'll see you in the next session.
Thanks, guys. See you.
See you.